Today, Republicans are once again offering solutions to California's budget crisis. We believe that the time is now to enact true, meaningful budget reform that establishes a spending limit and creates a rainy day reserve. Republicans want to solve this budget crisis, not just for this year, but for the years to come. That's why today we're introducing a budget reform plan that establishes a strict spending limit and creates a rainy day reserve. Our plan is simple. It puts in place a spending limit that restricts the growth of government each year to the combined growth in population and inflation in our state. It also creates a rainy day fund to save money for the future. Under our plan, when the economy rebounds and revenues increase, the legislature will have to prioritize its spending and stay within that limit. Any additional revenues above and beyond the spending limit will go into the rainy day fund and be used to pay off debt. Once the reserve has reached the maximum amount and the debt is repaid, any remaining dollars will fund temporary reductions in state sales tax. It's that simple. We have consistently put forward reform ideas and plans this entire last 2 months, where our colleagues have done nothing but put their head in the sand and say, more taxes. One thing is clear. Tax increases are not the answer. Californians don't want them. The polls show that. Republicans aren't going to do them. There's a better way to do it. All across California, families are struggling to afford paying increasing prices for food and record prices for fuel, not to mention their home values going down and their mortgages going up. The last thing people need in this environment, the last thing the state needs in this environment, are tax increases.
Pointed out repeatedly throughout this process that it is our very strong belief that this state has a spending addiction, that we need to treat it, that we need to find a way to move forward in our budgeting process in this state so that when we have good times, we're acting in a responsible way, putting some of that money back in a rainy day fund so that when the economy turns down and we need to have those revenues are available so that we don't have to face the prospect of either increasing taxes or slashing services to the bone. This reform would allow us to do that. As Mike pointed out, it's a very common sense approach that I think is easy to understand and that most people will hopefully be responsive to.